Hello everyone, and in today's video we are going to install MikoPBX inside Proxmox LXC container. So before we start all this process, I would like to discuss a little what is that. So for better understanding, I prepared some very simple slides, and based on the slides, let's try to figure it out, like how it works and etc. So LXC containers is also called as Linux containers, is a lightweight way to run isolated environments directly within a single operating systems. So it's something between normal VMs and Docker containers. Probably it's closer to VMs because it works in the same way, and the only difference, very huge difference, is that VMs emulate host kernel, while LXC containers uses the host kernel of the main system. So you can see that on this picture. So multiple containers use one host kernel of the main system. In our situation, this main system is Proxmox, so our container will use Proxmox host kernel. That is mean our MikoPBX will be able to boot in a very fast way. It will take like 40 to 60 seconds compared to 2 minutes in other ways of installation. And also we don't need that much of resources as we will use for normal VMs. So hopefully you understood a little how it works, and now we can start all the installation process. So before we start, you also have to go to the MikoPBX GitHub with releases. You can easily find it just by typing MikoPBX releases GitHub and click on the first link. So this type of installation will be available from the first release in 2026. And let's get started. Firstly, you have to go to the assets section and find the template. We call it template. It's not a disk image because it's just container template with an extension lxc.tar.jz. So you have to copy link to this file. Then we can go to the Proxmox. Before we start, let me increase that. Okay, so my node is called as PVE, and I will create everything inside this node. So before we start, we have to upload our template inside Proxmox. We can do that just by simply go to the local storage and to the city templates section. Here we can see that I've already uploaded this template file, but for you, you have to click download from URL. Here you have to paste this link, then just click query URL, and if everything was made in a correct way, you will be able to see the name of the file. Then you have to click download and wait until all the process will be finished. When everything will be done, you can see this task OK string, and then just simply close this tab and continue all the further process. So here we are. We have to create our container now because we already uploaded templates and all the preparation is done. For that you have to click create CT, which is create container, create LXC container, and here we are on the general parameters section. Firstly, you have to choose your node. I have only one node, so yeah, I will use it. It's called as PVE. Then you have to specify internal container ID. It can be whatever you want, but I will leave just the default one, which is 102. Then you have to specify the host name. For me, that would be MikoPBX LXC as an example. All these parameters you have to leave checked, which is unprivileged container. Yeah, it should be unprivileged, and also nesting should be checked as well. Then yeah, we can skip the resource pool tab because I don't have any resource pools. Yeah, I have only one, so I have no choice. Then you have to type your password. It's mandatory, and it's very necessary because this password will be used for your web interface authorization, and also inside, yeah, just normal Linux system of MikoPBX. So yeah, that's it for me. And then there is an option to specify SSH public key, which will be used for the further SSH authorization. Yeah. So for me, I'll just copy mine. Yeah, and just simply paste it there. So yeah, that's all for this section, for the general section. And yeah, now we can click next. And on this tab, which is called as template, we have to choose our template. Yeah, so we've uploaded it before, so I just simply choose my file. Then we have to click next, and yeah, this is the most important section because for the normal MikoPBX installations, types of installations inside VMs or cloud environments, we have to use only 2 disks. But for this type of installation, we have to use 3 different disks. The first one is a system disk, also called as root-fs. So let's specify the size of this disk. The recommended amount is 1 gigabyte. So yeah, I will use this disk size. Then we have to click add to add the second disk. That would be our storage disk where we will store all the recordings, call recordings. So yeah, the recommended amount for this disk is the recommended size amount for this disk is more than 50 gigabytes. So yeah, here you have to specify minimum 50 gigabytes, but yeah, because now I use just the test system, I'll specify 2 gigabytes. And also it's very important to specify the correct path. For storage disk, it is /storage, and yeah, that's it. Then we have to click add to add our last and third disk, which will be used for storage of config files. The size of this disk should be half of gigabyte, so yeah, it's 512 megabytes, and the path should be /cf. That's it for the disks, and click next. After that, you have to specify the amount of cores for your system. For the small company, it should be 1 or 2, because yeah, LXC containers doesn't require a lot of power, a lot of cores and memory. Yeah, that's why it's very convenient for small companies. So I'll specify for my system, I'll specify only 1 core, and yeah, then just click next. So the next tab is memory. Here we have to choose our memory and our swap memory. So memory, just a normal memory, is a RAM, and swap memory is something slower, and it will be only used if normal memory is not available, like it's all busy, or yeah, amount is not enough. So for the memory, I'll specify 1 GB, and for the swap, I'll specify, yeah, just half of that. So for your system, you can use any other amount of memory and swap memory. So yeah, but the recommended amount, I can say it should be maybe 1.5 to 2 gigabytes. And for the swap memory, it can be like half of gigabyte to 1 GB. So yeah, it's all for this step, and just click next. Here is a network section, network parameters, and that will be individual for yeah, for everyone. But yeah, for my test system, I will switch off the firewall, because later I will set up firewall inside MikoPBX system separately, so no reason to use, yeah, two different one. And also I will choose the RCP for my IPv4. And yeah, because I won't use IPv6, so yeah, I'll also just yeah, doesn't matter, we can choose any of these types. And another very important thing, if you don't have created bridge adapter, for example, yeah, if you created it's for another virtual machines of containers before, that's fine, but if not, you have to create it manually. For that, you should go to your node parameters, then go to the system section and click on network. Here just click create, choose Linux bridge, choose the name, and the most important thing is to fill up the IPv4 section, IPv4 field. Here you have to type your Proxmox IP address, and also you have to specify your default gateway address, and also check this VLAN aware parameter. Then just click create and use it when you configure your CT container. Yeah, now we have to click next. So here we have to skip DNS section, and now we can see our final configuration of our LXC container. So yeah, here you can just go through all the parameters and find out if something is wrong. And yeah, now just click finish. And now we have to wait maybe for 30 seconds until our container will be successfully created. So yeah, we can see the string, which is task. Okay, yeah, that is mean we are ready for the next step. Yeah, now we have to go inside our configuration section of our created container, simply just by clicking on its name. For me, it's MikoPBX LXC. And yeah, here we are on the summary page. Here we have to start our container by clicking this button on the top. So yeah, now let's wait until it will be started, and we can go to the console section for further actions. So yeah, here we are. We are on the status page, and we can see our system was successfully launched, and now it's ready for the further use. So yeah, here we can find the address to our web interface. Let's just simply copy this one and just paste it in our browser search field. So yeah, here we have to ignore this attention, and yeah, here we are on the authorization page, and let's proceed with the first authorization. So default login for the first authorization is admin, as I typed here, and for the password field you have to use the password which you specified on the first step of creating our container process. So yeah, let's type it and click Authorize. Yeah, here we are inside the MikoPBX web interface, and for now our system is fully ready to use. Later in this video we will connect one softphone to our system and also provide some small tests using internal Dialplan application. In today's video I'm going to use softphone, which is called as telephone. Yeah, it's a very simple softphone for Mac OS or OS X. And now, yeah, let's get started. For example, in today's video, let's connect the employee with internal number 203 with our softphone. So firstly, the first field is full name. So yeah, let's just copy her full name. It's Conens Milani. Then we have to specify the domain. Domain is an IP address of our system, so I'll just simply copy it and paste it there. For username, we have to specify internal number of our for an employee. For me, it is 203, as I mentioned before. Yeah, I want to connect this employee. And for the last field, we have to copy our password for SIP. We can find it using two different ways. The first one is just simply clicking this button, and the second one is internal inside our employee modification tab. We can specify our password for SIP, like if you want to use a custom one, or you also can copy the after generated one, or you can just regenerate it again. So yeah, I've copied this password and just simply paste it in the password field, as I mentioned before. Then you have to click Done. And yeah, as we can see here, there is a green indicator, which is mean available, so our connection was successful. Yeah, we also can see inside an employee card, and on the extension section we can see this green indicator, which indicates that our connection was successful as well. So yeah, now we are ready for the final check. We will go to the Dialplan applications section, and yeah, for in today's video I will use internal Dialplan application, which called as echo test. If setup was successful and everything works perfectly, we should be able to hear our voice when we will deal this number, the number of this Dialplan application. The number is 1032.46. So let's just simply type it. Hopefully you can hear it well, because yeah, I record this video on my MacBook. So yeah, let's try to deal this number, and 1, 2, 3, test. Okay. So I hope you was able to hear that, and yeah, everything works perfectly. Our installation process was done correctly, and our MikoPBX system is fully ready for further setup and use. Thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day. Goodbye.